Good morning, everybody. In the previous videos, we have covered up to Article 15. Today, I will discuss about Article 16 of the Constitution, which provides for equality of opportunity. This is a very important and fundamental principle of any civilized or civil society. There should be equality, especially equality of livelihood. Even if livelihood is not equal, there will be unrest in the society. But unfortunately, politicians misuse this article to gain vote banks to them, unmindful of what they are doing to the country. Generally, they do. Politics are only done that way. Politicians are not social reformers. Social reform is different from political reform or political functioning. Politicians try to exploit the existing situation, whatever, to their advantage. So I do not find fault with the politicians, but I only say that the other constitutional institutions have failed to understand the real meaning of Article 16 and destroyed Indian social and economic fabric. There may be inequalities anywhere, but in livelihood, it's a very basic thing for people to live. Article 16 says that citizens shall not be discriminated based on their caste, community, creed, region, religion, language, etc. Article 16, Clause 4 says that the state shall not be prevented from making reservations to castes which are not representing adequately in government employment. Those whoever are not adequately represented in government employment are enlisted under backward class. You must clearly understand the difference between backward class and caste. No caste is backward. If you call any caste a backward, it is an insult to that community and it is an atrocity on the equality. Any caste may be included in backward class, even a Brahmins, Reddis or whatever. If they become really backward in the sense their community is not adequately represented in government employment, such communities will be added into the BC list, backward class list, not backward castes. Backward castes as such in India, 330 relates to reservations in parliament, 332 relates to reservations in assemblies to the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes in such of the constitutions where their population is more. This was provided for 20 years. That is being extended every 10 years thereafter. Nobody have any objection for that. But as regards employment is concerned, employment is not reserved under the name of scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. Individual castes of those groups will enjoy reservations. I don't say they don't get reservations. They will get reservations, but in the name of their individual castes, by adding them into backward class list, not backward caste. So there is only scheduled caste, scheduled tribe and backward class. Fourth is others. But unfortunately, without knowledge of the constitution, or maybe with knowledge but malevolence, government has enlisted certain castes as backward castes, and they are being treated as a backward caste forever for the last 75 years. Even if they become rulers, even if they become the big capitalists, would they continue to be backward class? No, they will be taken out from the backward class. A new caste may be added into that. Any caste may be added into the list of backward class. As long as that caste is contained in the backward class list, they are entitled for job reservations. The government did not follow the distinction between backward class and backward caste. Calling any caste as backward caste, actually it amounts to retribution, insulting that caste. In fact, many of the backward classes of today were once rulers of this country. None of them belong to forward castes of today. All the temples in India were constructed only by them. All the Hindu script writers were there. They have become backward. They have lost their only after their losing the power, the money, the property, and then they get insult and slavery. This is what has happened to Pandavas. First they lost their kingdom, they lost their money, and then they lost their honor, and they had to live in forests like tribals, and then they have to serve in King Virat court as slaves and servants. And they have come back to Kurukshetra battle with 7 lakh people and the associate paraphernalia. The BCs of today in India should emulate the example of Pandavas. Though they lost their kingdom, they have not lost their dharma. They have always behaved like a Kshatriya. When they came to fight in the Kurukshetra, only just 5 people did not come to fight. They have come with 7 lakh people and paraphernalia, of course, by joining so many other kings and their soldiers. This SC, ST, BC community should emulate. They should mingle with all others. They should gain the confidence of all the society. And then they should make the Kurukshetra war. They may get power again. If they make agitations in the name of their caste, their getting rations, pensions and reservations is guaranteed. But they can never ever get the power if they make these caste fights. They have to mingle with the society. They have to adhere to dharma of Kshatriya, which they were in fact earlier. Thank you. Thank you for watching my video. I request you to please subscribe, share and comment on my videos. I will be glad to reply to you. Thank you. Thank you once again.